First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kadash, and the one sells great meal song, While Lunch is Truth. And also to those elect that is scattered abroad, I like to say Shalom. And come back here today with another great, powerful lesson to the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of the lesson is Watchman Report, Measles Outbreak. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick news article here by today. And it reads, it said, is there a measles outbreak in the U.S.? Florida and more states are reporting new cases. A growing number of U.S. states are reporting cases of measles. So here's what to know about a potential outbreak. Said the number of measles cases in Florida is continuing to rise as more states across the rest of the U.S. are reporting cases of the highly contagious virus. So I have a video to back it up a little more. That's all we're gonna read out of this article right now. But we're seeing that we're gonna constantly see these things constantly increase. We already knowing that it's already rumors of another pandemic or another epidemic. As what happened back in 2020. That C19. You understand what I'm saying? So we're seeing that these things are coming again. Already was a report of a disease X, and also it's increased reports of this measles outbreaks. They said it started in Florida and it's increasing in other states. I think 13 other states. I think Michigan, Indiana, Florida, and many others. It's constantly increasing. So, a lot of these things they don't put in the news, but, the Lord has set us up at Watchman to constantly warn you of all these impending dangers. So we're seeing that, they're saying that it's highly contagious. So this could cause a lockdown, at any given time. So we already know that they're setting things up. We already know what happened several days ago. And also in the news, that is reports that that these sea cables that connect the internet to the other side of the world, it said was 4 major breaks. So it's still reports on that. So we said 4 different sea cables, that was cut, dealing with your internet and also your infrastructure. So a lot of these things are happening. Said it was reports that the Houthis are responding back for the bombings. So, it's a lot of things that happen, all sorts of alerts, all sorts of rumors left and right. One thing about it is that we're seeing that these things is constantly on the uptick, and also, we know that we right upon judgment. And also in the news, Jacob Rothschild passed away at 87. So that's one more that has bit the dust. And we'll put it like that. We got to be careful. So we already knowing that these things are happening all around the world at a fast pace. Also, Governor Hochul of New York is warning the truckers if they do not deliver to New York that it will be listed as a hate crime against migrants. And also it was reports that he was saying that the governor could threaten to drain their bank account, but it has not been confirmed, but it's only a rumor. So, but we seeing that these things are constantly picking up. Also, the rumors of wars all over the place. So we know that we at the beginning of sorrow. So we seeing that these this outbreak here that they're saying, so they can even bring back that that hokey pokey is going to come back into play. So we already knowing that these things are. If they've been manufactured, engineered, or by design, but it's by design of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord said He would bring the plagues. He would bring famine. He would bring death and destruction. So that's where we at, So the Lord is constantly making these things happening all around the world. We're right upon judgment. One thing about it is that we're seeing that things are constantly changing left and right. So that's why we got to keep our eyes on the prize, which in fact is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. Keep the faith, keep pushing. And also, already rumors of blackouts, communication lines will be severed. So we already seen a little example a couple of days ago with AT&T. So these things are constantly increasing. In the middle, Lord, we're constantly on our watch, constantly warning you of these impending danger, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. Also, it was saying that there was rumors that that it might be caused by international travel also, and then they might even link the migrants with it, that they're spreading this so they can bring back forth that that hokey pokey. So hey man, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So the title of the day lesson once again is Watchman Report, Measles Outbreak. So let's get a quick precept, then we'll start the day lesson, and I hope that you will get edified. It says here, the book of Amos chapter 3 and verse 6, it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord has not done it? So one thing about it, we know that the Lord is visiting the earth that he created. We already know that the Lord is constantly bringing these plagues, and they're not going to slack down for a moment. So we, at the beginning of sorrow, we seeing that these things are constantly on the uptick. And also when you go to 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50, he said, because they have walked in great pride, great misery shall befall them. Great calamities, great disasters, great events around the world. They are constantly happening left and right. We're seeing that we're here. We're living in the end time, real time. So now we'll start today's video, and after the video we will start the lesson. And once again, I hope that you will get edified.
Is measles making a comeback? In the state of Florida, there has been a 7th confirmed case of measles in Broward County. The victim is a child under the age of 5. They are the youngest patient and the first to be reported outside Manatee Bay Elementary School in Weston, near Fort Lauderdale. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported that, as of Friday, there have been at least 35 measles cases in 15 states in 2024. Florida is drawing criticism from some experts in the way that it is handling the outbreak. It is the current largest outbreak happening now in the U.S. Measles is extremely contagious and has a long incubation period, so the Surgeon General's refusal to mandate the children in the school quarantine raised some eyebrows. A letter was sent to parents to be on the lookout for symptoms, and that it was their decision if they wanted to send their kids to school. Should we be concerned of another possible outbreak?
What's going on with all these measles outbreaks happening? The first case was reported in Florida, but now this done spread to at least 15 states. Take a look at these videos and let me know what you think in the comments. Has it affected your state or anyone you know?
Getting in some new numbers tonight showing measles going up all across the country. 35 cases now, according to the CDC. And it's Florida with the most. That state just confirming its 7th case. A kiddo under the age of 5. You see, all 15 states dealing with this latest measles outbreak. And where you live may have a lot to do with how at risk you are for catching measles.
Children have come down with measles in South Florida.
And while there are no reported cases in our area, West 2 Scott Heidler spoke with an expert about what parents should keep an eye out for.
A cluster of measles cases at the Manatee Bay Elementary School in Broward County, but no cases reported elsewhere in the South nor here in Central Florida.
So we see that these things are constantly picking up, So one thing about it, they're not in the news like they supposed to be out of social media. So one thing about it is that's why the Lord constantly, sending his prophets out, warning before what? Destruction. So we seeing that we're here. We seeing that this so-called outbreaks. Also, there was already rumors of another I think it was disease X. So we already knowing that this digital program and also implantable society is going to work hand in hand. So we seeing that they constantly bringing it forth each and every day gradually. We seeing that things are constantly picking up. Things are constantly escalating left and right. So let's start today's lesson. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit. We'll start today's lesson, Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24, and we'll start up at verse 6. And it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So when you go into that word, pestilence goes into what? A plague, or a disaster, or what? Calamities, and catastrophes all around the world. So we seeing that this outbreak said it started in Florida, also in several other states. I think it's 13 or 14 other states that is spreading out to. So little by little, we seeing that they're getting ready to bring forth this grain of rice. So we already know it. Also, we know that these hokey pokey is going to come back into play. So we seeing that the end is not yet. So we at the beginning of sorrow. So the beginning of what? A mourning, great death, great tribulation, and also great persecution is getting ready to come befall us. So, we're already seeing famine, pestilence, these things are coming. Many shall be taken in a great number. See, and we seeing that these things is going to constantly be on the uptick every day, left and right. It's something constantly coming out, already knowing that, say, hey, that it's right around the corner. What? All hell breaking loose. So we already seeing that the end is not yet. Rumors of wars are all over the place. We see earthquakes in diverse places. We know we're coming upon a famine, food short. A lot of things are happening. You already know about, I told you about rumors they are cutting these sea cables and underwater sea cables, that connect us to the other parts of the world, the dealing with your internet and also the infrastructure. So a lot of these things are constantly happening left and right. Things are constantly manifesting right before our eyes. So we knowing that we at the beginning of sorrow, and things are constantly increasing. So now let's go here to Ezekiel chapter 7, just random scriptures. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 15. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 15 said, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. Say, he that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. So we right upon that time, great death and mourning is right before the Lord's getting ready to bring forth that judgment. Sword goes into that judgment, So we know that the body count will be great. So we right upon judgment. We seeing that it's constantly happening left and right. Increased violence, also increased death around the world. A lot of things are constantly happening left and right. Pestilence, famine, tribulations. A lot of things are constantly getting ready. The Lord's also is what? It's breaking the staff of the bread. And also a great economic collapse. The end of the dollar, once again, it's the end of America. So we seeing these things are constantly on the uptick. It's going to be a lot of uncertainties, a lot of desperation, and also a lot of vexation of spirit. A lot of people going to be howling and weeping. A lot of people are in for a rude awakening. So we seeing these things are constantly constantly on the uptick once again. So now let's go here to 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. 2nd Ezra chapter 5. 2nd Ezra chapter 5. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. And it reads, said, nevertheless, as the coming tokens are the signs of the prophets, signs of the time, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So we already know that many shall be taken in a great number, because it could come from an outbreak, could come from food shortage, famine, a lot of things could cause this, a disaster. All sorts of things are coming left and right. War is in the air. We seeing that these things, man, right here. And it said, the land shall be barren of faith. Famine of the word is coming because of these communication cut off, this internet, the World Wide Web. So we know we coming upon famine of the word is fast approaching. One thing about it, we must seek the Lord while he can be found. Don't put off from day to day. A lot of people are constantly delaying. Man, Lord, in the highways and byways, constantly making these videos. We'll sound like a broken record, but we really don't care. We're going to present the evidence, and the elect will get it. You know what I'm saying? The sealing of the elect, we're out of here. So we know that these great sorrows is coming upon us at a fast pace. Watch, pray, and have a sober mind. And one thing about it, we know that we're coming upon these times. So let's go here to let's get another quick precept. Let's go here to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and we'll get one more. We'll close out. Let's go here to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, just off the spirit, rolling in the spirit. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and let's get verse 49. Verse 49. And it reads that I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death. So that's plain and simple right there. Those plagues goes into what? Disasters, goes into all sorts of calamities and catastrophe, all sorts of events, all sorts of what? Global events. We know in what? Jacob's trouble, it is at the door. You know, there's a lot of things that comes to that widowhood. A lot of people gonna lose their what? Loved ones. You know, your husband, your wife. A lot of these things getting ready to have a lot of a great separation. It's getting ready to come upon us. You know, poverty goes into what? Homelessness. You know, no shelter, no what? No finance, no resources, no medication, no more what? House of mirth. A lot of people get ready to be in the house of mourning very soon. A great desperation and sorrow. Famine goes in what? Food shortage, starvation, cannibalism is getting ready to come back in a big way. You know, so that goes, and also this so-called disease, this contagious disease that they said, saying that these measles are highly contagious. I remember way back when I think I was a few months old, my mother told me that I had measles, and they like to tuck me out, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I made it through it. So the Lord, He will deliver us and sustain us in those times of trouble. So, and also that sword goes into what? Judgment. So the Lord's getting ready to bring forth judgment. Judgment is now at hand. Pestilence, once again, plagues and disasters. These things are coming upon us. Comes in massive, waste thy houses and with destruction and death, sedition among men, civil unrest, civil war. All these things are coming upon us. Death is coming very, very soon. He said, first my judgment will start at the house of Israel. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So what? Billions of people are getting ready to be unalive. You see what happened in Moses' time. I mean, in Noah's time. So we're living in the days of Noah all over again. But it's going to be more death, great destruction. There's no new thing under the sun. So it's time to seek the Lord because, hey, man, we are running out of time. And also our salvation is very close at hand. The Lord will sustain us, and also He will provide for in these times of trouble. He will not come towards His elect. One thing about it, we're going to constantly trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So now let's go to our last and final script. Let's go here to Psalm chapter 91. Psalm chapter 91. Psalm chapter 91, one moment. Psalm chapter 91, and we'll start up at verse 1. And it reads, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2 said, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust. Verse 3 says, surely He shall deliver thee from the snares or the traps of the fowler and from the nuisance pestilence. So one thing about it, we don't have anything to worry about. We will be in the secret place of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Secret place is this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, this gospel. Will be a stronghold in times of trouble. And also the Lord will be a refuge. When you go to Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10, the name of the Lord, is a strong tower and the righteous run into it and is safe. That is that secret place of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So the Lord is going to deliver us with great glory and great power. So, that's that fortress, that stronghold, man. That's why the Lord said, return ye to the stronghold. One thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to deliver us. The Lord will never forsake us and He will never deliver us. So all these things that's coming upon the earth, Lord is going to keep His hand on the elect. So all we got to do, keep trusting and believing in Him. Verse 3, it said, He will deliver you from the fowler. Who is the fowler? The modern day, so-called, white man, Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of, and from the nuisance pestilence, all these many different pestilence and disaster that's coming upon the earth. The Lord is going to deliver you from those things. So because you kept the patience, you kept pushing, you kept believing. And one thing about it, we trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So let's read this one more time. We'll close out. It says, Psalm chapter 91 and verse 1, it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2 says, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Verse 3, surely he will deliver thee from the snares of the fowler and from the noosing pestilence. Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So we already knowing that these things are going to constantly increase. Things going to constantly escalate. We're seeing that things are picking up in 24. And also we know that Apostle Tahar has deemed this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. So things are lining up just like clockwork. Bible prophecies are speaking loud and clear. The men of the Lord constantly standing on their watch, and they'll stand on fire for Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And one thing about it is that we constantly warning you, all these impending dangers, being a watchman for Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see something, say something through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Watchman Report, Measles Outbreak. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kodash. So I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.